What to do if a girl doesn't text you back? Well, the first thing you want to know is why she isn't texting you back, right? And so the first thing to remember is this: a phone number from a girl is only as good as the interaction you had with her when you first met her, right? It's only as solid as that. So if when you first met her, it's kind of like a really weak interaction and she might have only given you her number just so that you wouldn't be upset or offended or something like that, okay? So you want to know if it's for that reason. So the first way to make sure a girl messages you back is to actually have a reason why she should message you back, right? So have a good enough interaction with her that she's actually going to want to do that. The second thing is what you tell her about you when you do message her, right? So if you send her like a really lame message that's like a value-sucking message where like, hey, what are you up to? And straight away, she's expected to contribute to the conversation and you haven't put any effort in and you've just asked her a question and she has to do work to get the conversation going, you're making it difficult for her to have a conversation with you, right? So and what you're telling her about you is, I'm not very good at socializing and I'm kind of like a bit of a value leech and I'm not bringing like good emotions to reward you to message me back. David asked a question about like, he sent a few messages to a girl that he just got a number and it just like fell apart and we totally like broke it all down, like exactly like what went wrong and you know, why it was that the girl didn't respond and what her opinion was or how her perspective of what those messages meant to her and what they tell her about you. So like I said, most of communication isn't the words themselves. When it comes to texting, it's what sort of guy must you be to communicate like that? What do those words tell her about you, okay? Now look, there are some exceptions where if you're just such a high value guy and you made such an amazing impression on the first date or the first meeting, it wouldn't really matter what you said, she's just gonna be into it and she's gonna put in effort because she already has made her mind up about you, right? But in the case where she gave you her number because she wants to sort of message you a bit and see if you're cool, and then if you do well there, then she'll go on a date with you and stuff like that. Some girls are real ruthless. Like you send one shit message. I've done the same thing, to be honest. I remember I got this girl's number one time and she sent me a message and it was just some weak message and I just looked at it and I was just like, it just grossed me out. I'm like, oh, I don't want to chat to this girl anymore. And I didn't message her back, right? And girls do the same thing because remember, every girl that you meet is in like that bachelorette show of her own, right? And she's got all these other guys vying for attention. If any girl turns on an app like Tinder or something like that, any guy that she likes, she matches, pretty much just straight away matches. Okay, they've got like unlimited guys, and so they have to be more ruthless about choosing the ones that are cool. And so if your messages aren't conveying that to her, then obviously she's just gonna like, oh, no, that's rubbish. I can't be bothered. Go away. Where's the next guy that's cool? All right, so you need to know how to do that. Now, the system that I gave you there, that's going to give you some tips to sort of get started on that. Obviously, I think my next book is probably going to be on this topic because people keep asking me to like, you know, dude, you've got so much good stuff on this, you have to like put this out there. But that system's a really good part of it, and I've probably easily sent over 500,000 messages in text. Because I got into texting back in like the year 2000 or something. But at the same time, it's also the person you are behind that. You know, if you don't know how to communicate that to someone else, it doesn't matter how good a guy you are. The other person on the other side, like Tinder, they've never met you before. You need to be able to communicate the type of guy you are that is an attractive guy or they're not going to want to spend any more time, okay?